The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
My brothers and sisters, this is truly a day of joy. Today we gather in the presence of the Holy Spirit as we give thanks and praise to God for the gift of Jesus Christ, the Anointed One, to whom we offer our love, our honor, our thanks, our entire lives. Today, we'll welcome new candidates into Associateship program of the Order of Carmelites. Over the period of 3 years, those in this committee, as well as the entire membership of the Carmelite Order that is beyond the walls of this place, accepts these candidates. I may ask now the candidates.
Vizquera Anlin. Obre Al. Peñaverde Arnolfo. Ritual Maria Criselda. Solestre Anicia. Sorbano Concepcion. Sorbano Gregorio.
Now I ask you, what do you ask the Carmelite Order of the province of St. Vitus Brunsma?
That we be allowed entrance as candidates to the Associateship program of the Order of Carmelites in the Philippines.
God gives light to everyone who comes into this world. Though unseen, He reveals Himself to the works of His hand, so that all people will learn to give thanks to their Creator. You have followed God's light and the way of the gospel now lies open before you. Set your feet firmly on the path and acknowledge the living God, who truly speaks to everyone. Walk in the light of Christ, the mantle of the Blessed Mother of Carmel. The witness of our patron St. Vitus Brunsma and the prayers of all Carmelite saints, commit your lives daily to their care, so that you may come to believe in God with all your hearts. Are you not prepared to begin this journey today until the guidance of Christ, the Blessed Mother, and all Carmelite saints?
I do.
I'm going to ask you to individually state your pledge.
I, Annalyn A. Vizquera, and candidate of Associateship of the Philippine Province of St. Vitus Brunsma of the Order of Carmelites, moved and inspired by the Holy Spirit, I commit myself for the 3 years candidacy program of Associateship under the guidance of the Teresa community at 31 Acacia Street, New Manila, Quezon City. Declare my pledge of commitment before the local prior of Teresa community and the prior provincial of the Order of Carmelites. Thereby promise live out the charism of the Order of in my family, in my community, and in the secular world. Live a life of contemplation inspired by spiritual father, the prophet Elijah, the Blessed Virgin Mary of Mount Carmel, and all the Carmelite saints and mystics. Actively involve and participate in all formation programs and the activities of the order required during this formation stage of candidates, and participate actively in the local community where I belong. I impose upon myself these obligations voluntarily without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. Done on November 19, 2022 at St. Teresa Community, 31 Acacia Street, New Manila, Quezon City. May the Lord who called us to Carmel bless us and Mary, our mother and sister, and guide and accompany us to God in love. So help me God.
I, Alfonso Vicente Obre, a candidate of Associateship of the Philippine Province of St. Titus Brandsma of the Order of Carmelites, moved and inspired by the Holy Spirit, I commit myself for the 3 years Candidacy program of Associateship under the guidance of the Teresa community at 31 Acacia Street, New Manila, Quezon City. Declare my pledge of commitment before the local prior of Teresa community and to the prior provincial of the Order of Carmelites. Thereby promise, live out the charism of the order in my family, in my community, and in the secular world. Live a life of contemplation inspired by the spiritual father, the prophet Elijah, the Blessed Virgin Mary of Mount Carmel, and all the Carmelite saints and mystics. Actively involve and participate in all formation programs and activities of the order required during this formation stage of candidacy, and participate actively in the local community where I belong. I impose upon myself these obligations voluntarily without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. Done on November 19, 2022 at the St. Teresa Community, 31 Acacia Street, New Manila, Quezon City. May the Lord who called us to Carmel bless us and Mary, our mother and sister, and guide and accompany us to God in love. So help me God.
I, Arnolfo Banderada Pinaverde, as candidates to Associateship of the Philippines, Province of St. Titus Brandsma of the Order of Carmelites, moving inspired by the Holy Spirit, I commit myself for the 6 years, 6 months, aspirancy program to Associateship under the guidance of Teresa community at 31 Acacia Street, New Manila, Quezon City. Declare my pledge of commitment before the local prior of Teresa community and to the prior of provincial order of Carmelites. Thereby promise, live out the charism of the order in my family, in my community, in the secular world. Live a life of contemplation inspired by the spiritual father, the prophet Elijah, and the Blessed Virgin Mary of Mount Carmel, and all the Carmelite saints in my mission. Actively involved and participate in all formation program and activities of the order required during this formation stage of aspirancy, and participate actively in the local community where I belong. I impose upon myself this obligation voluntarily without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. Done on November 19, 2022 at the St. Teresa Community, 31 Acacia Street, New Manila, Quezon City. May the Lord who called us to Carmel, bless us and Mary, our mother and sister, and guide and accompany us in God and love. So help